Intruder, identify yourself.
Hello and welcome. Sorry I haven't been uploading over the weekend. I intended to, but I was just so busy that I couldn't do anything at all. I was just up at 5 a.m. in bed by like 10 o'clock each night, and I didn't even get to play Clash of Clans until like the evening most nights, if at all. But now I'm back and I should be able to upload a little more often than I usually do. Before I get started on the video, I actually want to give some channels shoutouts. I've been meaning to do this. These are channels with less than 10,000 subs. These ones actually all have less than 2,000 or 3,000. I think one has over that. And these guys all need more subs. They're great YouTubers, and if you go check them out, I'll probably put links in the description. These guys just need way more subs than they have, and they definitely deserve it. First is ATHCOC. He's a guy in Golden Sky. He's got very little subs, but he does a lot of videos, and he does really good videos. He definitely deserves a lot more subs than he has. Next one is Clash with Vinny. Good YouTuber. I enjoy his videos. Just, he needs more subs. All these people need more subs. The one with the most of the ones I'm listing is the next one, Mystic7, White Lightning. He's got a good amount of subs, but he could always use more, and he's a really great YouTuber to watch. I really enjoy his videos. Just go ahead and check him out. And last, but definitely not least, is Family Shucks. A good YouTuber, someone I've seen in chat, on the game. Good YouTuber. Definitely deserves more subs than they have. Now that I've got that out of the way, I can get on with the video. What this video is just my heroes going on a rampage. Most people say to stop your heroes around level 20. Hopefully after watching this video, you'll want to go out there and farm Dark Elixir and get your heroes up as high as you can. As you can see, this base is abandoned, but there's still a good amount of defenses left, and there's still the Barbarian King. I was originally just deploying my Archer Queen to try and pick up those two storages there. But after the Barbarian King came over, I had to deploy my Barbarian King, and then I just let it go and let it see what happens. My king is 30 in this, and I can't see what level my queen is. This one's a little bit old because I just didn't get a chance to use it. I didn't get a chance to make this video. I've been meaning to make this video, but I just haven't had the time. My king is just going off on his own. His health is a lot higher than you would think it'd be. He lasts a really long time while under fire. The queen dies really quickly, even at a high level. But you still gotta love that she has the 5 range, the 5 square range, because she's hitting that town hall all the way back past the wall, 1 square past it. And if anyone ever asks, you didn't just see me lightning Dark Elixir. That never happened. Only 3 trophies. I wasn't trophy pushing in this raid. That was just some farming. This one's another one. Again, it's an abandoned base, but everything else is maxed out. I initially just start going for the resources like I did with the other one. Later on, I changed my mind and decided to go in for the core. Mostly for that Dark Elixir all up in there. A lot of people seem to think that it's even remotely difficult to get your heroes up. It's actually incredibly easy to get Dark Elixir. If you play a decent amount of time, you can farm enough Dark Elixir to keep both heroes going all the way to 40 non-stop with tons of overflow at about any trophy range. Crystal and above, the higher you go, the more you find. Like in mid-champion, I'm not going to say high champion, that's top 200 kind of numbers. But I mean mid-champion, like 3,400, 3,500, you can get 6,000 to 6,600 Dark Elixir for every single raid every 40 minutes. And even down in the lower areas, like High Crystal and Low Master, you can still get at least 3,000 Dark Elixir for every single raid, maybe even 4,000. If you watch my farming in Master League video, you see I used multiple spells when I was down in Master League farming Dark Elixir. But after a little practice, you can get down to using one spell or no spells with the balloon minion strategy. And once you're using one spell or less, you don't need to boost your spell factory, so there's no gems involved with farming Dark Elixir in low Master League. Once you get around 3,000, you're going to be using more spells. As you can see, this time it's just my queen. I think my king was knocked out. In this raid, she's level 38, and she's just going to tear through the core. I had to use the Royal Cloak because of that Tesla there. The Tesla actually does a lot of damage and will take down a hero pretty quickly. Coming up here, I used that lightning because I thought that the queen wasn't going to aim for the Tesla first, but she did, so I just wasted a lightning there. And then I just let her take out the rest of the core because I want that Dark Elixir. I got lucky, and she only targets the Dark Elixir. Not sure how I got that lucky, but I walk away with a lot of good loot. Ever since the hero ability update, heroes are a lot better, and they're definitely really worth upgrading now. Those abilities will just tear a base apart. Normally, I wouldn't attack a base like this. I was expecting to have a complete and utter loss on this base, but I decided to just go for it anyways because the resources are all right there. I only need to deploy in 2 places. Normally, I don't deploy that many balloons in one go, but I wanted to get rid of the Inferno Towers, which failed horribly on that side. I lose a ton of minions right there. But whatever, I'm just dropping trophies at this point. This is when I was dropping down after my push. So I just said, screw it. I'm going to just take the resources and go. Those up expos are really tearing me apart. Especially those combined with 2 double Infernos and the Wizard Towers right there. If you're using balloon and minions and you're going for trophies and not loot, or you want to win if you're going for loot, never, ever go for a base that looks like this. As you can see, with all my experience and everything, this is all I get, really, with my balloons and minions. This last little bit, I get a couple more percentage. And for farming in Champions League, this isn't that much loot. I was having a bad search and just decided to go for it anyways because I couldn't find anything. This base also is a little bit strange, kinda. Like, I don't want to say it's asymmetrical because it isn't. Like, you see the mortars, they do make a triangle, but the triangle is way offset to one side. The expos made a triangle. One's destroyed right now. But the triangle is twisted, and they're not in the core. And if you're gonna have a moat, don't put things like in the gap, like those Inferno Towers and the Tesla, because that'll actually draw troops. Like you can see, it's drawing my king in towards the core. He doesn't go into the core, but it gives my queen an opening to go straight into the core, which completely defeats the purpose of that moat, that gap there. And as you can see, I went from like 30% no stars with only my heroes left to 50% and 2 stars just with heroes, even with all his defenses up except for like 1 expo and 2 archer towers. For my final raid, I'll be only using heroes as my attack. Yeah, that's right. It's heroes and healers. And 1 wall breaker and 2 archers just because it didn't fit right. I'm going to give a little bit of a spoiler and say this raid didn't go as well as I had hoped it would. It wasn't a total failure, but my troops didn't go as I planned. I had really hoped that my heroes would stay together and the healers would always be on them. But as you'll see, they're starting to split up already. And that air bomb, I'm not really happy about that air bomb or any of the air bombs I find later, because all my healers always stay on the same spot and they all get hit by it. They have 1,000 some health, and that's not that much if you keep getting hit by a bunch of different traps. But as you can see, my king is just going crazy. There's no stopping him. There's no way anything except a single target Inferno could take him down with 17 healers, I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's 17. It might be 16. All hitting at once. That wizard tower is going to work on my healers. I realize I really need to get the king to move out of there or else the healers are going to die. So I pop down that rage to get him to quickly go through and pull the healers out of range of that wizard tower. They're all in the red right now. Like one more shot or two more shots from that like level 7 wizard tower up there will probably take them all down at once. But luckily, they both target my king, and my king is, of course, for the time being, unkillable. But that air defense up top was just taking out some healers. I'm not too happy. I did like how my healers went up to my archer queen, but they healed her to full in like 2 volleys, and then they went back to my king and left my queen to die. And they never dropped off my king, all because he's getting hit by those 2 cannons. If he had stopped getting hit for just any time at all, they would have rushed up to my queen and saved her. But as you can already guess, this is where it all goes wrong, and the healers all stick on the king, and the heroes go complete different directions, and the one without the healers gets killed, and I just end up not getting my 100%. That air bomb right there, I thought it was gonna kill off all my healers at once. But now they're all at the tiniest sliver of health in the red. That poor little cannon doesn't know what to do. It can't even hurt him. My king's just going to go crazy. I did get all of the gold and all of the dark elixir. So I'm completely happy with that. Since my elixir storage wasn't full, I was hoping for more elixir. But I don't even really need elixir anymore. I only have 3 upgrades left in my lab, and 2 upgrades on my dark elixir drill, and that's it, and I'm done. My king breaks into there. He's going for the cannon. He's about to hit that and get me some elixir, and it ends. And I get no elixir from that. That's all. Thanks for watching.